All right, back we are with Scuba Steve back in the house for a Monday from the dive shop. All right, Steve, what do we have here? Lots of kind of smaller goodies, a little untypical of what you usually bring for us this morning. I'm assuming a lot of this stuff is for the scuba enthusiasts themselves. You know.
Yeah. Well, I got some dual-purpose stuff here, though. I don't want to leave anybody out completely. This is our gadget section. We've got a couple of different walls of gadgets at the dive shop. Gadgets are those things that you might could live without it, but it sure makes life easier.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Heck yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Scuba diving, the first thing we'll say that's dual purpose, this is called a bag ball. This is great to throw in your scuba gear, or you've got a wetsuit, you've used a towel, dried it off here at the beach or something, or you're at the gym. This is a little deodorant ball you throw in there, and it's got little slots in it, and it'll release a little bit of deodorant into the bag to keep it from having that gym bag smell.
Yeah, it gets a little damp in there even when you do dry it off. You know,
that's right.
Still a lot of times left a little damp in there.
Another thing we have that's kind of dual purpose is when you're out diving, or you're on a boat, especially boat owners, this is kind of a general purpose for anything. We call it rescue tape. It's 100% silicone. I've got a little piece of it right here. So come on, demonstrator, hold your finger out. Hold your finger, hold a thumb. It's not sticky, all right? But we take and just wrap it around, stretch it, and it pulls back onto itself.
Sweet, all right.
Now, that will hold pressure. It will hold a gas line, an oil leak. A lot of boat owners love it. I've patched up a water hose with it. It works temporarily. But it is something that'll save the trip for you.
Or at least get you back into shore or whatever you need to be.
That's right. We want to make it back home. Another little item is called a Save a Dive kit. If you're a diver and you're going out, we sell these. You can throw it into your dive bag with you. It carries a spare mouthpiece, so you've bit the rubber tips off your mouthpiece or mouth guard. It has a spare mast strap, a fin strap in case one of them breaks. You break a strap, break a mast strap, it's like, oh no, now I can't go diving. Oh, I got to Save a Dive kit. Let me go grab my mast strap and I'll put that on. It has a snorkel keeper in case you lose that. Has a couple of O-rings and some tie wraps, you know, the general zip ties. Something that you can use. A lot of stuff you
may not really think that you may need, but
until you need it.
Right.
So it is really something we like to have in our scuba bag at all times.
All right. Well, we'll talk with you more in the coming minutes. Take a look at some of this fine stuff in more detail. Now we're going to head back on out to Moultrie. Melanie's out there. Melanie. All right, back we are taking a look at some of these cool gadgets that Scuba Steve has brought us here this morning. All right. Well, Steve, we've already talked about a few of these. Show us some more.
All right, well, one thing, everybody that has a tank, tanks like to roll around. This is something you can take and slide over a tank, and it has two little feet on it.
Okay.
So even if you drop a tank and it goes over, it hits this bumper. It doesn't bang the tank, and they also won't roll around, say, the back bed of the pickup.
Excellent.
So that's a pretty neat little gadget. Another thing that everybody needs, if you have a boat or if you're a diver, it's not the Save a Dive. This is the first aid kit. Everybody should have a first aid kit. If you're going diving, especially if you're going to be a shore diver, you need to have this first aid kit in case little bumps and scratches come up. You can take and do a little immediate first aid.
Exactly.
Some of the other things we have, anybody, even if you're not a diver, a lot of people make waterproof cameras these days. So this is what we call a lanyard. You would just take and simply put it on your wrist, and then you can just attach your whatever device right here you're trying to keep up, slide this down, and it'll stay on your wrist. So you won't lose that expensive camera. We also do have in the shop, I didn't bring it with me, we have the little airtight waterproof cases you can put an iPad or an iPhone in. And they're waterproof to 100 feet. So, and then we have waterproof earbuds. So you can put those in and listen to them out on the water. Don't have to worry about your earbuds going bad because they got wet. Some other things we have are just gadget holders. This would hold your console, clip it on so your gauges aren't floating around. The same for your octopus. Another little thing is just O-rings. If you're in the water and if you're diving, you're missing an O-ring, you're not going to dive if you can't seal it. Several different lights. Sea sausage, which you would use if you came away from the boat. You blow it up. It's a nice, highly visible thing you can wave. Therefore, you can signal the boat that you're over there and they can come to you.
Yeah, really important if you need help.
And if they're just not sure, but you want to get a good gift, we have something called a gift card. So if you're not sure, come into the store. A lot of people will do that, and it's a nice gift card you can put in to the stocking stuffer or into the Christmas tree, and that way they can pick out for sure what they want.
All right. Well, Steve, thanks for coming in this morning. And, of course, that's the Dive Shop on Lido Road, right?
Yes.
All right, on Lido Road. Kelly, on over to you.